Ladies and gentlemen, voted Long Island's best podcast by a bot farm in Russia, it's the Adult Baby Show.
I'm a sweet boy.
I'll let a girl suck any part of me. I mean, honestly.
It's just in my mouth, just.
Oh, like, I'll try anything once.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Except getting to work on time.
You just ruined my day. Fuck your day.
Oh, let's get the feet involved.
It's not a nut. Maybe I shouldn't say that out loud with you.
Some people
Yeah.
are absolutely
Uh-huh.
disgusted by me.
He ain't lying.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Adult Babies Podcast, episode 341. I am B.
Chick.
I'm Ryan.
Look at us here at Chic's Castle.
Yeah, I feel like I like doing it
Casa de
outside.
Chic.
One, I just love being able to chain smoke during this. I'm sure you guys
we
will
love it
love
too.
it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I was
great.
just going to say, Ryan's going to get totally sick of this.
In
But,
my youth.
Of
growing
the
up.
smoking or you?
probably a good, healthy median between both. So, yeah, you did a podcast this past week, right?
I did a podcast this week. I did well, it won't be out for a while because I'm in season 2 of Rob White. You know Rob White. You started with him. You were mentioned on the podcast, actually, I believe.
Was I mentioned?
Comedy was the same night.
Yep. No, I don't, because I don't think he knows you.
He has no idea who I am, probably.
But yeah, basically you go on. He's a tattoo artist, and he sort of interviews you while you're getting tattooed, which was not easy. Like I feel like I have been not focused, which we'll get into. Like I've sort of been in a malaise for the last 2 years anyway, and I'm not sharp with it anymore.
I agree with that.
Yeah. But well, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm fixing that. But you go on there, he tattoos you, and you just sort of, you're doing a podcast, but you're like so focused on the tattoo that it's hard to pay attention to
not the other way
anything
around.
else. I'm sure he's not paying attention either.
But I feel like he's probably used to it by now. He's done a bunch of these, right?
He's done a full
So I
season.
feel like when you're drawing and you're already focused on that, you're probably more like if you're a tattoo artist, you're probably used to talking to someone while you're doing it.
Well, you've been tattooed a number of times. I
Yeah.
have. Like they talk through.
They talk to
tattooing
him.
anyway,
Yeah, I
right?
talk to him. If I want to talk, he'll talk. If he doesn't, if I don't,
Exactly.
he won't.
Yeah, it's like getting a haircut. You know?
He's been tattooing for. I mean,
I think since he was like 16. Like
Yeah.
a
So
kid.
it's probably easy for him. My
Yeah.
concern, well, for me, I don't think I would only want to do that if I know I'm going to a spot that's not going to kill me. I don't know if I'd want to have to worry about an interview when I'm focused on
Right.
pain.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like I'm not getting my ribs done while I'm
No.
doing him,
And I
while I'm
choose-
doing an interview.
I chose to get under my arm,
Yeah, that's a weird spot for me.
which I kind of always wanted to
Is
get
this it?
one. Yeah,
can I see?
it's a peacock.
Yeah. It's
We'll
like
take a
white.
picture and show.
Yeah, it's
the-
like he does traditional style, and I don't have any color.
Well, I was
so-
just gonna say, I do like that you now have color on you.
yeah, yeah. I'm finally have some color on me.
Although the backdrop of your veins look a little odd. It kind
I
of.
know they
You
kind
should have
of
worked it in.
it kind of looks.
You should have covered the veins so it looked like it was like
The
a-
veins,
Work the veins
Some type
into
of
the
web.
tattoo.
the veins kind of look like I don't know.
Use my
It looks like
veins
he
as-
missed coloring in the lines a little because of the veins.
Yeah, there's like ivy growing from
Yeah.
behind
No,
it.
I don't really. Traditional's not my.
It's not
type
your
of tattoo.
Well, it never was something I was planning on getting.
But I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's very fitting for you.
What does that mean?
You're a peacock guy. Like you
peacock
are a
about.
guy who would have a peacock on his inner arm.
I show my feathers.
Fair enough. However you want to word
I'm
it.
very colorful.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
I'm very exotic.
I just feel like that's a B tattoo.
Thank you, and I'll take that as a compliment.
It's not an insult.
even though I don't think it was meant to be.
It's not an insult or a compliment. It's
All right.
just it's fitting.
I appreciate it.
Now you told him I want a peacock, and then he drew that up.
No, it was from his. He's got like a bunch
Says
of
Flash.
like I guess a flash. What's it called? A
Yeah.
flash book.
guess.
So I kind of been going through stuff, and I don't know. I like birds, and then like the next day I
It's
woke
not
up.
Flash, right? Flash is like quick.
No, it's
thing.
like-
Yeah, I don't know what it. I wasn't. That's why I didn't chime in because I didn't want
Yeah.
to say something
Okay.
I
ridiculous.
He's got
believe
a
it is called like flash.
I think Flash is like
Work.
something really small you can get done in like 20 minutes.
Maybe,
Yeah, that's not a
maybe.
quick. I mean, it's
But-
not a long
Yeah, it's
tattoo,
just-
but that's not
it's-
quick.
it's-
No, it took
Yeah,
like an hour.
sample.
The podcast was like a full hour.
I
But
like birds.
I like birds, and then I'm like, geez, I got 2 exotic birds on me. Totally
flamingo?
different styles.
Got the flamingo and the peacock.
And a
right there.
peacock, yeah. So I can't get any more birds.
Where are
Why can't you get any more birds?
Don't ask me what I do. You think
You
I
need to know about peak. Like to me, once you have it on, you have to. You know,
Where are the peacocks native to?
The Bronx Zoo.
you need at least 3 facts about your tattoo if
ever
you have a
seen
bird on it,
Peacock
I have.
outside of a zoo.
in its
You know-
natural habitat.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think maybe I've seen them outside of a zoo, but I think they were probably placed there.
Have you noticed? Have you noticed a lot more brown-headed cowbirds this year?
Yeah, I have.
What's a brown-headed cowbird?
It's related to the tufted titmouse.
I mean, they're both birds.
I have no idea what
you
they
said
are.
you like birds, so
Yeah.
I do as well. And this year I've noticed a large, like a noticeable amount of brown-headed
But you
cowbirds.
would notice
And
more than
and
us because now
I
you're
feel like
actually.
that's not typical.
No, I have no
Don't you
idea.
agree?
I
Fellow bird fan.
I hate you.
I love it because he's actually a bird guy.
I know he is, but
You can't say you're a bird guy, have 2 tattoos, and then when he asks you 1 or 2 questions, you have nothing.
No. I didn't say I'm a birder. I didn't say I go out with my binoculars and study birds. I just like the way they look.
Yeah.
I like the way birds look. Is that so crazy?
Are you a dinosaur guy?
No, I'm not a dinosaur guy.
See, I feel like if you're a bird guy, you should ultimately be a dinosaur guy.
Why are you putting me in a box?
I'm not. It's not a box. It's just they're the closest thing that we have today
Yeah.
to dinosaurs.
birds.
They say are birds.
Yeah.
So I just feel like that's
And
a.
alligators too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. I just like the way birds look, and I don't know a bird tattoo. I gravitate towards them for whatever
I
reason.
can't disagree with you.
Listen. My tattoos are not well thought out. You know that. I don't sit and I'm not like I'm like this means that.
No, I don't believe in tattoos having to. I appreciate the ones that do, but I don't feel like not all my tattoos have actual meaning to them. Well,
Yeah.
actually, 3 of them do, but 2 of them are just whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's art. Your body's an open canvas, man. Do what you want.
We're
with it.
canvas. My body's been cut through and beaten down enough. It's like I don't care.
Yeah, just mark it up a little bit.
I can mark it up.
Yeah, I would like more bird tattoos, but I don't feel like I don't have any bird tattoos.
No, I think you
You
have
should get like a bird. You should get like a guy, like a small guy with binoculars up, and then have the bird like really be the focus of
Well,
the
you
tattoo.
you
on
have
the
you
nose.
you have mentioned to me an idea that another bird tattoo I wanted was a pigeon, I believe, or you
Yeah,
drew pigeons.
I drew a pigeon and
See, you guys,
pigeon and seagull. I want a seagull tattoo. for one.
Seagull's like a rat.
you guys like different types of birds. The only birds that I really like, I can't say I love birds. I just really like eagles and hawks.
Go
Yeah,
birds,
you're an
baby.
American.
That's it. They're just.
I love hawks.
My favorite bird that I've ever seen is a barn swallow. Those are fairly common, right? You
Okay,
see them a lot.
what
But
is it? What does it look like?
It's got that split tail. It's like you see a lot of like the sailor tattoos. Is that's a common tattoo is a swallow.
Yeah, of course.
It's symbolic in the sailor world. And it's
Yeah.
Aren't a lot of
however-
tattoos
however
symbolic
many
of
hours you have
sailors?
on the sea, then you have a swallow for every.
Mm-hmm.
Is this completely wrong that sailors are like the first people who started really getting?
Well, it was
Well,
Sailor
other than
Jerry-
like natives
Sailor Jerry,
tattooing.
right? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but didn't they like sailors were like a lot of tattoos have like meanings towards like
Yeah.
boating and
Anchors
sailing and shit like that.
the
Yeah,
anchors and
the
swallows.
anchors are all. Everybody has anchors. I like
Yeah.
anchors to be
I
honest.
like an anchor
But I
too.
like, but swallows. I want to get like a real. Usually get the like the Rob White's type of traditional swallow. I want to get.
So
like,
for
a
us,
realistic swallow. I'm not even talking
He just.
about
What
that.
are you saying?
I was gonna say for our ignorance, what's a swallow?
He's talking right now.
I know that's why, but I want to know what
It's
it
a bird.
looks like.
It's a small bird with a split tail. It's got a erratic flight
White?
pattern. No, it's blue. It's like a really.
I'm just asking because I don't
It's
know
like
what
a
it looks
really-
like. All right.
It's almost like this blue.
Oh,
and the
all right.
bottom is brown.
Where are they
They got-
indigenous to?
Well, they're very popular in North America. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I get cardinals in my backyard.
Yeah,
Well,
cardinals.
beautiful.
We got
I love
cardinals.
So that's why I
Cardinals.
want to get a seagull. Is because like you said, and you said they're like a rat. They're not. They're beautiful.
They're a beautiful bird. No, they are beautiful. I'll say that. But they are like a rat style of a bird.
They're
You know,
garbage diggers,
they're garbage, and they'll take a pizza right off your plate.
Yeah. Take us off and go to the beach. You got to look out. They'll grab it. If you got food right there, they'll grab it. right away from you.
Vultures are me, or what I think of when I think of like a rat bird.
Yeah.
Even though they're focused on
Yeah.
dead things, but vultures are what I.
But you see seagulls and rats. I feel like they run in the same company.
See, here's why I want a seagull tattoo is because they're beautiful. You ever see Harold and Maude?
No, I know of it though.
Yeah. They're beautiful. Well, there's a line in there about this guy thought he saw the most incredible bird, and he was writing home about it. And then years later, he found out it was just a seagull. It's very common. But then she goes, but to me, they'll always be magnificent birds. Which means, like, doesn't matter how common something is, it can still be beautiful. So to me, they're like the symbol of that. Like, just because something occurs a lot doesn't mean that it doesn't have beauty.
I like that.
So to me, that. Like,
well, I
that's
agree with
symbol.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the sunset every single day, and it's not like, oh my
People
God,
ignore
this.
it, though, because,
Well, we
it's
we
just
take it
you
for
just take it
granted.
Yeah, same thing. Like a lot of things that are beautiful. It's like, yeah, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
So I do the same thing, but it's like a good reminder.
Well, that's actually funny because in St. Thomas, we were out one night, and apparently there was two parts of the beach where when the sun sets, occasionally, once it like as soon as it gets below the horizon, apparently you see like it's not an aurora borealis, but it kind of resembles that. It's like this green flash, and they say it's like one of the most beautiful things you see. But it only happens the instant the sun dips under the horizon. I don't know the science behind
you
it,
see
the
it?
reasoning. So now we're all watching because the sun is literally coming down. So now I have my phone out. So I do have a good video of the sun just dropping, but it didn't hit. He said it could have been, sometimes it's just the cloud coverage. It's,
Right.
It's got to be like a perfect scenario.
Is it only that time of year, or is it?
No, he said it's just when these two spots, occasionally when the sun, I don't know if it was it could have been just that time of year. I actually didn't ask, but
Interesting.
we were also, there's a bunch of us
Something
sitting
I
there
realized as well.
waiting to
yeah,
fucking
that's
watch, and nothing happened, but.
I've been struggling with this lately. Every time I see a bird, I'm like, I feel like it looks like it should have hands.
Ooh.
It looks like every time I see a bird run around, I'm like, I feel like it's missing arms.
You know,
They
when you
do
start-
look like they like.
It looks like when they're running, like not when they're flying. Obviously,
Yeah.
you don't expect it, but when they're walking around, I'm like, I feel like I want to see little.
I know. I hear
arms
you.
on 'em.
I saw a
You're
rooster
right.
with no foot the other day in St. Thomas too. They had a lot of roosters out there.
Yeah, they got them in the Key West.
Yeah, and so we're out there, and we see one like hobbling, and I can get closer to it. I'm like, oh shit, this thing's only got fucking one leg.
Yeah.
It was fucking
It's
struggling.
amazing how animals can adapt.
I know
Yeah.
it really is. You feel terrible for them, like you want to help, but it's like, what the fuck am I
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
do?
Put me on one leg.
I
the
think
other.
it was my guess is the iguanas got it. Because there was hundreds of iguanas out there. It's the only thing that
do
makes
they
sense.
get
I think Key West is the same thing. It's
They're
iguanas.
probably very
and
similar.
they're not natural. Like they're an addition. They're an invasive species.
That's
The
probably
iguanas?
why, though.
Or
I
the
don't know.
rooster.
I don't know about St. Thomas, but in Key West,
The iguanas
there
in St. Thomas were fucking tremendous.
yeah, but I don't.
And
think
they
they're-
run
I
at
don't
you.
think they're native to that. I think that's an.
Yeah, I
invasive
have no
species.
idea.
There are people who in Key West that like set out to kill them, and like it's like a good thing.
The iguanas.
The iguanas.
Wow.
Yeah. Tom
Dustin.
Dustin,
He's an iguana killer.
he's an iguana hunter.
Is that in the documentary?
It is.
Wow.
He's got like a BB gun and like shoots them off. And, like it takes pride in killing how many.
That'd be
iguanas he
so
kills.
weird to like do that.
But is it
Yeah,
like
I
a
couldn't
thing
do
that
it, but-
people need it? Like, they need it for the economy?
It is. What?
To kill the, like, are they...
No, it's just that the iguanas aren't native to there, and they're an invasive species.
Do
So
they
they're-
come in the house?
They're taking.
That's what I'm saying. Are they,
They're,
are
they
they
have a
ruining
negative, They have a
the...
negative effect on the
Okay,
local
that's right, okay,
agriculture.
I got you.
I don't like. I wouldn't like that. But I wouldn't be able to kill them.
Yeah, I
No,
don't
I
know.
was saying that there should be a program where you capture them up and then you take them back to where they belong. You don't have to
Well,
go
where
where
do
the
they
hell do
come
they
from?
belong?
I don't know.
How are they getting there? Is the other question.
Well, they get
People
like,
are bringing
people
them,
bring them as
and
a
then they
pet,
breed.
and then they breed, and then they let them loose, and then they just.
I
go
feel
nuts.
like when they have babies, too, they probably have, like, 30.
And
It's
I
like
th-
the
I guess they could survive in the weather out there. So like
Yeah, it's
that
hot
probably
enough.
happens out here too.
yeah,
but-
they're native to somewhere hot, similar temperature, but
Oh,
it's like the European starlings. I don't know if you know what a European starling.
of course I do, Ryan. Don't. It's a European.
European starling. It's
No.
a little bird. If you see it, it looks like just a little black.
I probably
bird
would
with
have
a
seen,
yellow-
like, oh,
with a
yeah,
yellow
okay.
beak.
Just
But
never
if you
knew the
look
name.
close, there's crazy colors in it. It's wild.
Really?
It's incredible.
Is that
You've
the
seen
one that
them-
looks like a gas spill almost? Like there's like purplish in it.
That's a grackle.
That's a grackle.
Yeah, but you got all these things. You got to get in the right light. But if you see them in the right light,
Yeah.
it's unbelievable how much color are in some of these birds.
I believe it.
But they're not native. The starling is not native from here.
See,
but
a
you got-
bird makes sense when
Now,
it gets somewhere it's not
the
supposed
starling, that bird's a piece of shit.
Why you say that?
Oh,
They're always picking on other birds, from what I've gathered.
You have no idea.
He's making all this.
Yeah,
up.
No,
he's
I
making-
swear to
he's
God.
100% making
They're
it.
little
Well,
black starlings with the
Yeah.
little white stripes.
There's no white stripes. No.
No, there is. I'm telling you,
I
I'm
love
not.
when you're confident about something that we're pretty positive that he knows about it.
Okay, well,
I mean, I have photographs of starlings.
All right.
Very up close. There's no
Well,
white
I'll-
stripes. There's a lot of color in them, but there's not white stripes.
All
I'm
right,
trying
well,
to- what bird do you think about
I'll
so black with white
agree to
stripes?
disagree.
No, I will agree that I'm right, and you don't know what you're talking about. But they got here because there was a guy who set out. He wanted to introduce every bird that appears in Shakespeare to the
Okay.
United States. So he started with the starling, and he brought him here, and he let him
Why?
loose in Central Park to try to introduce
does
them.
that?
This
to,
is
to
what.
North
This is
America.
what's wrong with
And
fandom.
they took over.
Oh God. Yeah.
That's crazy to me. Just to interrupt somebody. I mean, that's what.
But they're
people-
also an
humans do
invasive
that.
species.
That's
They're
my
not-
point. It's
Anything
like
that didn't start here as an
has to
invasive
make
species.
make a life for itself to survive. So now
Yeah.
they're going to do whatever they got to do.
Well, now with the parrots are coming out here in Massapequa. We really sound like a Long Island podcast.
Well, yeah, but that's funny that they survived winters. Like they're not meant
I
to.
know.
It's amazing how they
I know.
survive winters.
Yeah. What kind of parrots are those called?
I don't know. I
Because
just
they're
looked it
like
up,
tiny.
because I've
Wait,
never
there's
seen them
parrots
before.
out here now? Do they talk?
Right underneath where he was playing, and
Amityville.
yeah, Amityville.
Well, like Massapequa. Like,
Is this
like,
a dumb question? But can they talk?
yeah, they were cheering B on.
No, but I'm saying.
Hey, look, he missed it again.
Imagine they had all
Like,
these
oh,
parrots.
what do you say
Imagine
there?
they had all- You
Just
just
like-
had 1,000 parrots all over the island, and wherever they are, they just keep on repeating things that they hear. That would be fucking weird.
No, these
Not all
parrots.
parrots, I think, can talk like that, and they have to hear the same thing over and over again. And they're,
Well, if you're at a baseball field, I feel like you would hear the same
Yeah.
thing over and over again. You imagine-
yeah, come on, Blue. Come on, they say, come on, Blue. Come on, Blue. That's
Oh
what they
yeah.
just say over and over again.
No,
all
but they're-
day long. Just come on,
they're
Flo.
tiny little guys, you know. They're little, but they're that like fluorescent green color.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh my god.
Parrots those are cool colors.
They're like
Yeah,
they
I was excited
escaped.
because I had heard about them. I never saw them. I went
Oh,
to
it's
see
crazy.
them play, and I was like, oh, look at that.
Yeah. By the way, we played on Monday. I didn't see you.
I know. Well, first of all, you told me where you were playing. said,
I
let me
told
know
you
when-
on
let
the
me know you were
podcast,
playing.
Hidden Pond, Hot Pog.
You said they usually let you know like a couple of days before, so I didn't know.
Oh, okay. I have to follow through.
Yeah.
You got to follow through with this guy.
I do want to. I do want to come. Though.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. We'll see about that.
So
By the-
speaking of softball, I had we had a game this week, and I don't know if I said it on the podcast or to you guys, but usually I just coach. This year I decided I'm getting back on the horse, and I was playing again. So I've been playing this year, batting pretty good. So I'm playing this week on Tuesday or whatever day on Tuesday, and I hit a ball, and I'm trying to beat out a grounder to first. Well, it was a double play, and I'm trying to beat out my end. And I beat it out. End of the story. I did beat it out, so it was only one out. But I completely blew out my hamstring running to first.
no.
Oh my God. So like, you know when you hit a grounder at first and you're like, fuck. So like, I didn't right out the gate. I wasn't jetting, and then I realized like, oh shit, I can make this. So as soon as I like tried to get it
Put
into,
on the jets?
I was gonna say put on the jets, but there's not really jets.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
As soon as I tried to kick it into another gear, I felt it pop. Even I went down like a ton of bricks almost, and I'm fucking sitting
Almost.
there.
We finished out the run.
Well, I was like, I don't know how they didn't get me out at this point because I wasn't paying
Yeah, it
attention.
sounds like this is not. This doesn't look great for their defense.
I don't. Yeah, I think they might. Somebody
Yeah,
dropped the
really.
ball or made an error somewhere. That's why they
Definitely.
didn't get it to me in time. But I fucking basically walked the rest of the way and got in, and then but I had to play the rest of the night. So now.
So you guys are down on.
Why?
We
You
only,
only had-
so we have 25-man roster, but
Right.
we had 15 guys who couldn't make it this week. It was just one of those nights.
You
where
don't call your
everybody
boy over here?
because we had 10.
Oh, okay.
If we have
Just
10, we'll
listen,
play.
though, you always call me up.
9.5 after they blew
You
out.
know.
Well, so now we could have used an 11th, but so now I have to play the rest of the night, and I thought I was going to be able to play first, so I'm like walking out there, and then I realized like it doesn't hurt when I'm like just taking a step, and I still feel it as tight. Like right now, it's killing me, but every time I would try and move or lean or really do any sort of movement, like it was just fucking brutally hurting. So I fucking wound up catching the rest of the night.
every batter shows up there, see chicken first. They close in that shoulder.
Yeah, just hit it right to me.
Yeah, just.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Why is his back facing the pitcher?
Well, because at first I'm thinking like, I'll be able to walk over to the bag and like at least make plays out there. But then I'm thinking like,
first is a hard.
it's
a
you have
hard position,
there's
man.
stretching, there's
Yeah.
movement. Like I
That's
was
Keith
like,
Hernandez.
yeah. So I was like, this isn't gonna happen. So I wound up going to catcher and playing catcher, but I had to bat a few more times, and it was just like. I felt like Kirk Gibson, except I didn't hit a home run. I was just dribbling out. And
Are you the kind of guy that needs a pinch runner?
do I need one?
Or do you call for one?
I like to think, as the manager, so there's two reasons why I do this. And people will say it's laziness, and there's a little bit of it.
This is a
But
long answer.
I have to score the games for our team. We have 20 guys on there, and nobody could score it. So if I'm in the field, I can't score it because I need my phone, and I have to score. We do it all on Game Changer. So, but I also like to play a little. So when I'm in the field, I always keep the phone on the bench, and then I have to fucking score the other team when I get there real quick before we get up.
Okay.
It's annoying. So that's why a lot of times I tend to want to just coach. And I have a great time doing it anyway. I don't need to play.
Right. So when you get to first base on a hit, do you call in for a pinch runner?
Yes.
All right,
Because I
that's
get
all I
back.
want to
We
know.
did that last year. We went to go see her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I do that, but this year I did want, like I checked out a double. It's not that I can't run. Like I like to think first, home to first. I'll probably smoke you in a race, and I'll beat Pat, who we have a conversation. They don't think I can run. I can move. I just choose not to, and that's why I'm a fat, lazy fuck.
Yeah, it's sad. It's a waste of talent.
It is, but now I'm trying to change that and start playing and stuff again.
Good. I like.
But because like when we're shorthanded though, I need to score the game. I can't really
have to
run the
do it all.
bases. I
So
really
you
have
actually
to.
doing the whole box score, or
Yeah.
you just doing runs?
No, I do when we're up. I do that because I keep. They were making fun of me, but I keep our batting averages.
Not for the other team. You don't
No.
do that. You just log their runs.
If I was on the bench the whole time, I could, but I don't know all the players technically, so
that's just a waste of time.
yeah. So I just really need to make sure I get the runs right. So when they get a run, I hit a home run, and then 3 outs. But
So what's gonna happen the rest of the year?
so I'm hoping I heal up. That's what my next thing is. I hope I'm finally decide to play. So now I blow out my hammy, and I'm hoping I can play soon enough. But I'm definitely out next week probably.
Oh, man.
I don't see it recovering by Tuesday.
Definitely weeks, probably.
Yeah.
What? Well, because
Definitely out next week,
I can't see myself
the
being
weight
able to play. But if I feel good, I will. But I
right.
I know I'm not going to recover that fast. So, but yeah, that's my softball. I was feeling good this year. I was batting 600. Then I tanked my average because I couldn't swing, but I had to bat.
I'm in a real slump myself, Chick. You know what? We'll get out of it. Our entire team is batting 373. I just found out today.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you guys were making fun of me. Oh, you keep the average. I said, everybody used to ask what we're batting, and our friends used to gamble with each other.
I was making fun, but now I'm in the league. I know that there's stats. Like
Yeah,
there's
it's
a whole
fun.
thing. I
Yeah.
get it now. It's a league.
So now there's two ways to score things. We're very lenient scorekeepers. So if there's an error on their team, I give our guys get the hit.
Oh,
One, it just would take. I'm just not trying to be that serious being the score, and then people are going to argue with you. No, that's a hit, and I'm not. I just if you get on base,
you're on base.
if you hit the ball and you get on, it's a hit. But now another guy that played in a more.
Hey, they were smart enough to hit to their weaknesses. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. Listen, it is what it is, baby. And
I was at bat this week, and I finally made contact. I hit it real hard, right? Goes foul, but I don't know that. I take off, and I throw the bat behind me.
don't tell me you're a bat thrower.
Didn't even realize it. Midway
the
through,
catcher?
I hear the catcher go, "What the fuck?" Hit the catcher.
Oh, God.
I had to go and apologize to him.
Can I tell you that's one of my biggest pet peeves is a guy who doesn't know how to put a bat down.
Yeah,
Like,
it was,
after
dude.
they
It was
swing.
just, it was. I wasn't expecting to hit it.
So excited you got made good
That's
contact.
what
Exactly.
it was. I've never done that before. Usually, I've had better hits.
You usually throw it down like this.
Yeah, no, I usually just walk away with holding it. but I just I don't know. I got this guy, and he was wearing full catcher's gear.
Yo, I used to make fun of the guys who played like softball, and you'd see them with masks on and shin guards. And until I realized, like, you know what? You come in here and let's say you do physical labor. If I get drilled in the face with a softball, and now I have to take off of work.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the bigger joke, is that now I'm missing work where I get paid because of fucking, beer league softball.
I don't even wear a cup.
So, like, there are a lot of pitchers now who wear face masks, like catcher masks, when they're pitching.
I think
You look like an idiot, but I understand why. Yeah.
I'm definitely getting to the age now where I'm less concerned with how I look.
Exactly. Yeah, like I'm to the point now where I don't like if you're geared up and you don't want to get hurt, like I don't blame you. I get it. I'm not going to do it, but I don't blame you.
It's funny though. This guy was geared up. The helmet, he had the shin
Shin
guard,
guard.
everything, right? And he just kept getting hit.
I also
several
feel like
times.
that's why now you're like
I was like,
asking
oh,
to get hit.
Everybody was laughing at him. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Apparently, he got hit last week. He's like, he just went all out. I'm throwing bats at him.
I
Everybody.
feel like all it takes is one. Like everybody's cool with not wearing it until you get
Something
drilled,
happens.
and then you're like, all right, I'll
Dude,
wear
well,
it.
I see it like a few times behind plate. Like you just see like, I'm like, oh Jesus.
Yo,
that-
I'm standing
that
here.
bat
Yeah,
got
the
real
guy
quick.
it gets real close sometimes.
Yeah.
and
Yeah, you don't get a lot of those fouls that go straight back in softball.
because it's not coming in like
It's not-
that.
it's usually
They
going up,
usually
but
air
I
up a
don't know,
little,
it's-
but it happens.
It happens though.
Yeah.
I got one that came back not directly, but like right above my head,
Just too close for
but
light.
like right there, and it like oh my, like it comes in fast.
The pitchers, our pitcher made a great play this week, but he was a second away from taking the ball right into his face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it hit so quick that it was like he didn't even have time. Like it was just boom, he caught it. But like, when you slip or you don't get it up quick enough.
Does it feel close to here, huh?
Merritt Park.
Yeah, you can hear him
can I
playing
tell
right
you
now.
that that's part of why I love my house is hearing that when people are cheering and stuff. That's just like
I got a soccer field close to me, and I can.
Do you hate it or you enjoy it?
I like hearing.
So do
when
I.
Something's happening right there.
I when it gets
Yeah.
loud out there and you hear the bat, and then you hear the crowd, I enjoy
It's
it.
nice to hear.
The
It
one
reminds
thing
me of
that's
summertime.
weird back here is
So you know what else? Morning doves remind me of sometime in my childhood. Yeah, that's it.
Right?
You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can
Morning
pick up
doves.
the songs of birds now. Like
Morning
if you
doves.
hear
Morning doves.
songs,
Morning doves, you know the
Morning
sound.
so
doves is pretty-
can you hear
It's
chirping?
like a song on
that's,
Z100.
certain
We've all
birds,
heard
yeah.
it.
Really, I
Yeah.
I could never. You need to go to Conowingo Dam. He does. You have to go.
He's got to go.
You gotta go.
You
I
got to
just
go
feel
to
like you would
Conowingo Dam.
you really would love it. You'd have so many good photos.
Bring the camera. Go
and
to
it's, yeah.
Conowingo Dam.
And you go to Delaware. I mean, you and Monique will find something to do.
Check
out
out
there,
the
I'm
water
sure.
gap.
Yeah.
But there was so many eagles. That's why at least like I could say he thinks he likes birds. At least I've done a birding thing. So
No,
I love
went
my
to
eagles.
the Pacific Northwest and saw and did
A lot of
an eagle birding
sunbirds
thing.
over there, yeah.
That's why I just think they're beautiful creatures.
They are. Just like you. You're a beautiful creature.
Yeah, right.
So do you know what today is?
What?
12 years since James Gandolfini died.
12 years.
12
wow.
And I have such a problem in my feed. There's so many middle-aged Italian men that did like they were like extras on The Sopranos, and all they do is talk about their working with The Sopranos, and it makes my blood boil for some reason.
You hate Italians.
No. I love Italians, but
Don't say it like you're Italian.
no. But there's a certain type where they must have been any Italian in that age range, 50s, during that time, like went out for The Sopranos, all right? And a lot of them were just extras. I think half of them just went down to watch the shoot and ate a salami sandwich, wore a velour suit, and now they think they're part of The Sopranos.
They're eating off it for.
They're just there's a guy. I'm literally a guy just like and what bothers me most is they do the see Jim. They call him Jim. You're not Edie Falco, all right?
Yeah.
You're not. You're
You're not his family member who knows him and calls
Yeah.
him Jim, maybe.
I get like the cast can call him Jim, but you were Hitman number 3 in episode 5.
Can little Stevie call him Jim?
Yes, all the main people can, but like there's so many of these guys.
No, if he doesn't know who you are, you can't call him Jim.
I know, and they all say, and it bothered me today because I kept seeing all these guys like podcast clips of these nobodies that were like extras on The Sopranos. The amount of people I've worked with in comedy like that older Italian guys that like you might have known this guy from The Sopranos. No, you don't.
Yeah.
Nobody knows who this guy is. All right, this isn't Little Steven. This isn't. And it's they all live off that, and then they all tell the same. They all Jim. Here's the thing about Jim. Jim was different off camera. No shit, he wasn't a New Jersey mobster off camera. We all know.
You mean he really wasn't a crime boss?
It's crazy. They all say the same bullshit, and it drives me nuts. So, rest in peace, James Gandolfini. And enough of these people living off of their Sopranos.
This goes to show how much I don't really like my fellow Italians.
Well, it's not even. I'm not
Because
bashing on Italians.
see. No, but listen. I don't mind. I love being Italian. I just don't like New York Italians. Really, is what it boils down to. But regardless, I don't have any of that on my feed.
Because I'll tell
Like
you what.
none of that. Like,
You
I
wouldn't.
didn't even know it was James Gandolfini. Jim. I didn't know it was James
Okay.
Gandolfini's 12-year
Here's the thing
anniversary.
about Jim.
Here's the thing about Jim off camera. Totally different.
Jim was a real nice guy. You wouldn't even know. All right, but no, it's because it's a lot of comics that are in the entertainment business
okay.
worked, in Soprano. And I'm telling you, half of them. I was an extra at one point. You know what I did? I spent 4 hours in a theater basement and I ate cold pizza. I don't say I worked with Mike Birbiglia.
For what?
Well, Mikey and me worked.
See, here's the thing you don't know about Mike. Off camera.
Off camera.
He's totally different.
He was a tyrant. No, it was what the hell was it?
Is that the improv movie?
The improv movie, yeah. Because I was going to UCB at the time,
Okay.
so they sent out
Well, it was
if
a
you
good
want to
movie.
go.
I like that.
It was a great movie,
Yeah.
and I was in the theater scene, and then I left midway through. I think if you actually look in the movie where I was, there's an empty seat. Like you saw my head at one point, and then I skipped out.
Is there any people who think that actors and people are who they are off? Like, it's a movie. They're acting.
Some
you
people are
really
very stupid.
Oh yeah,
like
for sure.
you really think this? Like, but I think for actors or anybody to say is Offset, like, what do you think? I just feel like it's common. Yeah.
You know what it is? It's the allure of like this guy that was like bigger than life. It's a huge thing, and a lot of people. I think The Sopranos got a lot of comics from that time that were able to work on that, and it's a great story.
I get it.
But like we've all heard it. Like we all know he was a nice guy. Like nobody's saying anything new about Gandolfini these days.
But I just think it's funny. It's not like, when people talk to Stallone, and, no one's calling him Rocky. I mean, he's different than that idiot who couldn't. Well, I mean, he may not be that far different.
Well, that'd be weird if they said, his name is Sylvester, but he made us call him Rocky. Us real friends called Sly Rock.
Here's the thing about Rocky is off camera, he wasn't
Doesn't
a
even
boxer.
talk weird.
He wasn't a boxer.
Yeah.
Newsflash.
Yeah, he talks like a scholar. So I got we were talking earlier about my general malaise I've had for the last 2 years.
Have I not been saying this for a while though? That you've been a little off.
I know.
No,
my
but
health
what
is
I'm
failing.
saying
What
is,
the hell do you want
have
me
I
to
not?
do?
I just feel like I could say, I am a good friend because I have noticed this for a while, and I brought it up to you.
Yeah, it's not like new news. My health is failing. I'm not with it. So anyway, I got there's this thing that's happening when your kidneys are losing it. You're sort of out of it. That's what happens. You're in a weird thing. So I started this injection now. I'm getting an injection.
Thank God.
Is it a Malaise specific injection?
Yeah, it is. So basically what happens, I'll give you what happens here is the kidney sends in an alert,
An SOS.
to your bone marrow to produce red blood cells, which, sends oxygen places and gets you going. All right? It you're not tired. It's how we
Gives you
live.
energy.
So because my kidneys are failing, I'm not getting that.
Yeah.
So my red blood cells are depleted.
I wonder why I'm not getting it.
You are getting it. Yours is just laziness. It's really frustrating to watch a healthy man do it to himself.
Like, man, if I had your health, things I'd be doing with it.
Dude, if I had what you, if you woke up like me,
I'd probably kill myself.
no, you wouldn't kill yourself. You wouldn't get out of bed. In the words of the great Mike
Too lazy to
Tyson,
kill yourself.
Yeah, too lazy
you
to
couldn't
kill
last
myself.
5 minutes in my world.
Oh God.
So basically, I'm getting this shot now that produces like that hormone to get red blood cells going.
All right,
So I
good.
should feel it in like 2 weeks. But
Do you feel it already, or you didn't
nah,
start it
no,
yet?
no, I started. I
right.
got one on. I got one.
Your brain will be getting more oxygen.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking. So
Yeah.
I think in a couple of months from now, if I'm not dead, I might be more with it.
Got the baby with the the numbers going like the
Yeah.
doing equations.
Oh, like in Hangover when he's about to go play cards.
I was thinking about the Russell Crowe.
Yeah,
movie. Cool?
the janitor that
Was he a janitor?
Talking about Good Will Hunting.
no. We're mixing three different movies.
Russell Crowe.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Come
about.
on, guys. You guys have it. My red blood cells are depleted.
No, I could picture the movie. I could
Yeah.
picture everything.
A
but
Beautiful
the title.
Mind.
A Beautiful Mind.
Jesus. You gotta rely on me to come up with stuff.
Yeah, that's not good.
So yeah, I'm getting this, and of course
That's
I had a
exciting.
huge panic attack with the lady.
But now,
For what though? Why?
I'm just always nervous.
I thought you said you were good with things now. Weren't you explaining that to me the
No,
other
that's
day?
blood work. That's the whole,
Oh,
and I am
okay.
good with that. I did blood work recently, and I don't even not so much as a whimper comes out of me. But when I get something new, I'm changing medicines all the time now, and it's like a complete panic attack of like a side effect that I might get.
Yeah.
Because you read too much into this stuff.
You should stop reading side effects and then wait until things happen.
I can't not
and
do
then see if it is a side effect as opposed to seeing it and giving it to yourself.
I wish I had that in me.
your powerful brain will create all sorts of stuff.
But
That's what I'm saying.
I know,
Once
I
you
know.
read it, it's going in there, and it's like this is going to come out one way or
You're like, wait a
another.
minute, I do feel dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just are thinking about it.
Isn't there a new COVID that's like razor blades? They say in your
Oh,
throat.
God, don't even tell me. I don't need to know that.
I like that. Like in 2 weeks, you're gonna wake up and be like, "Can I think
Huh?
better? Am I thinking better?"
Everything works. No, I'm waiting for it. But I think it'll. My doctor described it as like athletes get this to like perform better.
I believe
Yeah.
it.
Like,
Athletes will do
I'm
anything to
doping.
get an edge.
Yeah.
A professional athlete will do anything to get an edge
Yeah.
if they
So,
care about
hopefully
winning.
it works. But like I don't feel. This is the other thing. I was like, my doctor's like, your numbers like you should be like real tired all the time. Like you should. And I'm like, I feel pretty good, but I also feel like I've been living with it now, and I'm like, you
right.
kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
You don't realize how tired you probably are until you don't feel tired.
Yes, yeah. So
Well, now
good.
that's
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
You
very
feel like
excited. Stuff.
no go
Doing
go.
more with less than you even
I
realize.
guess so.
Yeah, you should
So-
feel better about how much you do. Then
I do feel better. Thank you.
I was being serious.
I know.
In my defense, because everybody calls me, I don't sleep at all at night. Plus, I have sleep apnea, which
Well, I think that's the
we all
problem.
make fun of myself for it. But eventually, it's going
We
to
don't
kill
make
me.
fun of myself.
Eventually, it's going to kill me, and
You're like Yogi Berra.
I am. I know. Eventually, it's going to kill
Chickens.
me, and I never sleep. So I'm constantly. I pass out constantly all the time.
No, I think that if
I just
if
don't
you had a
think-
good night's sleep, I think
people
you'd
don't
be
realize how little energy I have, and with the shit that I do, I don't eat properly. So yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I do control
It's
half of it
supposed
as
to
well.
Feel bad for you, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Do you
not
wear a
asking
mask?
for
Do you wear a
anybody's.
mask?
My mask is broken right now.
It's always
been broken
broken.
for like 6-7 months.
It's always what, 6,
Did you
7
feel like,
months.
did you sleep better when you had it?
I feel like night and day.
So when do you think
You-
there'll be enough motivation? Like I put things off. I'm like, I don't get that done. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get that. You're
If
like,
we were to break his weed pen or whatever the hell he smokes, he'd get it
get that
fixed
fixed immediately,
tomorrow.
yeah. What do you need?
Right?
Just
There's a part of me that's given up on life. So there's like things that it's like,
Oh, this podcast is taking a turn.
no, because I don't even want. It's not like again. I don't want empathy or sympathy. Like I'm happy.
You're
I'm
not
content.
gonna get it, so just keep
No,
talking.
well, that's what I'm saying. But I'm not looking for it. But like I am happy. I just kind of given up on like, you know what? I'm gonna die early and soon. Like I'm just gonna
You're
enjoy.
40 years old.
Yeah, it's
turn
just
it
not in the
around.
cards. I'm just gonna
Yeah, but because of
enjoy
what you're
what I
continuing to do.
have.
It's
and
not too late to turn it around.
I guess.
And
not
you
like
don't have
global
much
warming
to
where you-
enjoy. Just
No,
try
I
to
know.
get better.
It's you know what this is a mood.
it's
This
all-
is
it's
more
a
of a
dom-
convo that I should have with a therapist
It's a
more than
domino effect.
us. Oh, trust me.
It's like oh, I don't much to look for because you feel like shitty. If you started feeling better here, like everything else would start to come
I
into place.
don't even disagree even a little bit.
You
It's just
can't,
getting
I mean,
there.
I'm
There's
telling
also
you.
the depression that I'm battling on top of it, where I don't want to get up ever.
Yeah.
I could stay in bed for 24 hours.
Oof.
I'd probably,
What
you
would
know, like
what would you start with? I mean, stop smoking. I think is probably the first thing you should.
cigarettes would probably be number one. Getting my sleep apnea machine correct and fixed would be
1, 2, 3. I think is going for walks. If you did those three,
No,
things,
you're right. I felt good when I was going for walks.
Yeah.
If you did those 3 things right there, your life would start, and then you would start to be like, oh shit, I feel better. Let me
You're
do
right,
this.
and then I'd do
it would
that.
just start
You're right,
being like you
and
stack,
I
you
don't
start stacking
disagree with
improvements
you.
onto yourself.
There's just a lot of mental weights that I have to
I
remove.
don't want to. I don't want
We
to.
all have
And
that.
I'm
I
not
get
saying
it.
that you are. I don't think you guys are being like nasty about this. I
It's
agree
like
with
you keep
you.
telling somebody the same thing just in hopes one day they sit there and go, you know what, maybe I will try that, and hope that's the time that they just
You're right.
do it. And
You're right. I don't know. Because I don't have an answer. And
it's like a good throwback
When
podcast.
I did this, when I sat here, when I showed up before he literally coughed and went like this, and he went, "Ugh," and his Apple Watch said, "Oh, my activity."
I had an
Ring
activity goal
closed.
on my watch.
because you cough.
Just a cough.
Well, one thing I will tell, I can obviously say that these Apple Watches are a joke as far as that goes, because I've realized that if I just put my arm in a circle,
Yeah.
like it would
I know.
probably give me like 30 minutes of activity. Like,
But that's you are doing something.
I guess you're right, but like,
You're doing more.
I
doing
just feel
this.
like I'm getting credit for
If
things
you
that I
sat there
shouldn't
and watched a movie and did this, it would be more than you just sitting there doing this.
But I feel like I'm
That's
getting
right.
more credit than I deserve.
But
on
you're
my
burning
watch.
some
When did you
calories.
start
doing
wearing
it.
that?
3 weeks ago, 4
Yeah, I
weeks
was
ago.
gonna
Actually,
say,
probably
last-
almost a
the
month.
Last episode, I was like, last time we were in person. I
Did
was
you
like,
know why I got it? Did I
No,
tell you the
just noticed
story?
that you had it. And
So my phone was officially done, and I needed to get a new phone. So I went there for the upgrade, and they always say salesmen are the easiest people to sell. So once this person was trying to like this triple play,
say that?
I almost walked out of there. Well, here's the thing.
That's what
when-
salesmen tell you.
no, it's true though, because
There's a reason why I'm a
I'm
sucker.
more prone
Yeah.
to
Salesman.
listen to somebody try and sell me when I do that for a living.
Are you?
Yeah. Because you want to hear
sensitive.
people's
You're
pitch.
sensitive to 'em.
You want to hear people's pitch. You give them an opportunity. It's just you do it. So I just whatever. You don't have to believe me, babe.
I
That makes
believe
sense.
you.
That
Go.
makes sense.
They go. I almost walked out of there with a new iPad and a watch, but I have an iPad,
So
so
you
I
just
didn't
got
take
sold.
it. So I got sold. It was a deal. Like I got a deal,
Yeah.
but I didn't need.
I
this.
love them. I don't wear mine a lot because
And I didn't
Yeah.
have a watch. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. So I don't utilize it like I should. Like I don't utilize all the perks it has.
It's fun if you go for walks. It's fun
Well-
because it'll track It'll track
That's
your
what I'm
walk.
liking, is that it is tracking all my movements.
Yeah.
So now I'm even finding like I don't even like taking this thing off until I have to. Like I want to
Those
get
things are like-
everything
Those
calculated.
will save people's lives. Those things.
They are. Yeah.
I believe it. I could definitely believe
No,
it.
no, it's like you have something's wrong with your heart. Go get you something.
Like just sit down. It
It
has
some high school. I mean, there's a ton of stories, but one I always remember is like some high school football player who's had something wrong with his heart, and his watch like alerted him. Go. I don't know exactly what it
seek
said.
attention
but it
now.
told him whatever he needed to hear to be like, I had to stop playing.
It'll
and I
probably
had to
maybe
go.
save
And
my
it's like,
life
yeah,
one
if you didn't
day.
come, you
I
would've
hope
died.
it does. Keep that thing charged.
yeah, I do try. That's a good the beautiful thing about it is like when you take your watch off, you just put it on the
Put it
charger.
right on the charger.
Like it's easy to
Yeah, it
charge. It's not like your phone. Oh, I forgot to put it on. Like it goes from my wrist to the charger and then back onto my wrist.
I lost my charger. I was actually looking to put mine back on recently, but
Yeah,
I
I
can't
started
find
wearing
the
mine again,
charger.
but the batteries like doesn't last. the
You
whole
know what?
day
I'm
anymore.
actually I found an old watch that I had from like maybe 10 years ago, a regular watch, no smartwatch, and I think I'm going to get batteries in that. I'm gonna wear a regular watch again.
What, like a Casio or
It's
like
a Nixon.
I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, it's like I don't know.
I used to be a big watch guy, and then I used to, when I was younger, I was more of the stereotypical Italian. I wanted, like, I had a bracelet. I
remember that.
I
Yeah.
used to wear a watch. I wanted a pinky ring. Like, but I wanted like one of my family members' pinky ring. Like I didn't just want to go out and buy one. I wanted a sentimental reason also to wear it. So I have both of my grandfather's rings. I just don't wear them anymore. Only on like a special occasion I will.
Yeah.
But the ring that I really want is my dad from his father got
You
this
wearing it
horseshoe.
when you
A
tried to get out of the
yeah.
chair and ripped your.
Oh no,
ankle apart?
not that day.
Yeah.
That was right. I wish we still had the blood stains. I could show you, but we got them
God.
off.
We got the blood stains.
We got the blood stains out. But my dad's got the horseshoe ring. That's like the only piece of jewelry in
That's
my
what you
life
want.
that I want.
Okay.
But yeah, I used to have the
what do you
watch. I
have?
used to have the gold bracelet. And then I just slowly but surely they started not wearing them.
Yeah, I used to wear more jewelry myself. I had a necklace.
I used to wear the necklace too, but I'm so anti-Catholic now that. So I wore it. It was a Mother Mary pendant. I think it was Mother Mary pendant that my grandmother got, my godmother got me, and my godfather got me for my christening. And then the cross was from my cousin who got it for my confirmation. That's why I wore them. Because they each got me the gifts. One, you spend money. I like to wear the gift. And long story bearable, I fucking stopped wearing everything eventually. The necklace was kind of relatively recently where I stopped wearing it. But I hated wearing it because I hated having a cross and the Mother Mary on
You
me.
didn't like what it represented.
Yeah, I hate it. I fucking hate Catholics.
Yeah.
Well, the church, I should say, not Catholics.
Yeah,
The
that's-
church. The religion aspect of it makes me sick.
Right.
Can I? So you got like skin tags over here, right?
I know I should get them all removed.
Well, I'm not worried about that. Whatever, but
There's home remedies for that.
Do Italians, are they more susceptible to that?
That's a good question. I don't know.
'Cause
I
I-
feel like
I-
Italians tend to be fat.
Like
Is it
my
a fat
grandfather,
thing?
my grandfather had them. Like I know a lot of like older Italian
I have
people.
two reasons behind that why I think it probably is. One, because our physique, I feel like the way we're shaped, and it just tends to I think it's a fat person thing. Not that you can't
don't
get
know.
it being
Yeah, I don't
skinny,
know, 'cause I
but
find that-
whenever you see a bigger person, that's when you see like I have a bunch. I feel like that. And the other thing is I have a feeling it's diet based.
Yeah.
It's the only thing.
Diet-based,
But that's
Why
what I'm saying,
all
but, like,
Italians
but-
getting it?
Yeah, but like I know a lot of big people, and that I feel like
You could be right. That's what I'm saying.
Italians more. Maybe it's just the coincidental.
I wouldn't say
don't
it's
know.
more Italians. I think it's like older people start to get it, right? Is
Yeah,
that-
you-
I've been
do.
getting this probably for the last 10 years, maybe I've started
Okay.
getting them.
Yeah.
But I was
like
always
them 'cause they
told if
remind
you
me
get
of
them removed, they come right back. So that's why I never got them removed, if I'm being honest.
I like them because they remind me of my grandfather. It's like,
Do
I
you?
look at it, I feel
A
like I look
couple
at
of them are in spots where I removed them myself. Where,
You remove the. What do you do?
all right,
take a
I'll tell
string?
you. No.
All right, I'll tell you.
So I twist it, and I try and cut off the blood. And not like, I don't twist it off and rip it before you turn your head. I just twist it. Like I keep turning it, like if it's whatever.
That's good enough.
Until it basically stops the blood, and then usually the next day if you go there you'll see it almost dies,
suffocate it.
and then I take a scissor and I just cut it right the fuck off.
You know, tonight.
There's nothing
I'll be
clean
home.
about anything I
I'll be
do.
home cutting off my skin tag.
I know there's much better ways to do it. People who are listening, like, why don't you just
Oh.
freeze it, or why don't you, there's.
But wait,
I
like,
know
how-
people who tie things like you tie.
Yeah, I heard you tie.
You just
it.
got to cut off the blood, kill it, and then you can cut it.
But like, what do you like? How do you have to hold it for a while? Like you sitting there watching the burbs? Just
That's
like,
what I'm saying. So I'll be sitting there like,
Nipple.
I had
Wherever,
one like on
where's
my leg.
nipples down here.
So one that I'm talking about was like on my thigh, like right here. So I was just turning
Playing
it.
with it.
Well, yeah, I was kind of
Yeah,
playing with it
like
until
you're
I had
turning
it
a lock.
turned to the point where it was like not. It was.
You don't turn no
It was
more.
not turning no more. And then I forget about it. And the next day I'm like, oh shit, let me see it. And I look, I'm like, ready to go. And just fucking snip it right off with scissors.
And it doesn't even hurt.
That sounds like
But
a way to
you
do it.
shouldn't be cutting these things with scissors. Like
Well, that's why they come right back. Maybe
that's
if you-
what I'm
maybe if
saying.
you went to a doctor. and
There's
cut
a
them
real
off, they
way to
wouldn't come
get
right
these
back.
things removed. So, but I also heard when no matter what, if you remove them, they come back. So I'm nervous that I already have.
Who'd
a
you
bunch.
hear this from?
A couple people who've had them removed that they said they came back.
They just pop back.
But I don't know if they didn't go right place or maybe they didn't. I don't know. I
Maybe they
don't
were
really know the
twisting them
right.
out themselves.
But I also
Gotta
feel
get
like
that
if
root.
I'm not ready to, because I also associate it with me being fat. If I'm not ready to lose weight,
Yeah, why bother? Wait.
like
Let that be a reward when you
exactly.
You go,
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
Like
go
once I lose my weight,
Yeah.
then I'll get the skin tags
Yeah.
removed and I'll be good to go. Why keep removing something that's coming back and back and back? It's like this thing on my foot that I've removed 30 times. I'm at the point now where I just don't remove it. It doesn't even really hurt as
What's
much anymore.
on there again? I know we
It's
talked
a
about
type
it.
of a callus, but it's
Oh.
like it's a painful
Oh yeah,
one.
yeah.
I used to
And I removed it so many times that I'm like, yo, I'm fucking done. Like I'm just sick of going to get. It's just useless.
I used to say that I was going to get a full sleeve tattoo when I got to a weight that I wanted. Like that would be my reward. So I don't want to put a tattoo on a flabby arm.
Yeah, well, that's why I noticed when I did this. Like, I don't know what happened, but like the bottom, there's like a Jello
yeah.
situation.
They call it bingo wings.
Yeah.
Bingo
and
wings.
That,
Bingo.
that is bingo wings.
I fucking love that name.
And that wasn't. I don't
what-
remember that from like
Yeah,
a
you
year
don't look-
ago.
You don't look a lot. But
No.
now you got a tattoo.
And then
there,
I'm
so
like,
you're looking.
oh no.
Yeah. Did he charge you for that?
No.
That's part of the thing. You get a free tattoo.
Yeah.
I might go. I'm gonna see.
I might find a cheap tattoo that I don't mind, like that's easy as can be, that he can't mess up. Not that he would mess it up, but like I just want something.
He doesn't have a list of people that he wants on.
Oh,
the
I
show
know.
before
That's
you.
what I'm saying.
See, with me,
No,
He doesn't even know who I am.
He would 100%. He's looking for people right now.
Oh,
In
yeah?
the second season.
He
I
would
got a
take
tattoo
you. He
on
wouldn't
too.
take me because I'm
But I have
not a
tattoo
comic.
that
I have not. I
like,
bring
I have a
nothing.
pretty simple tattoo that I think he could do, even though it's not really his style. So maybe I'll,
I would reach out to him
yeah. That's
because he's definitely looking for people.
real quick.
Yeah.
I think we're almost. I don't have no.
What
idea.
time? Do you know what time
Yeah.
we started?
We're at 6:50 right now.
I have no idea what time.
We can't be that long. We got to be.
Let's see.
Oops, sorry, bud.
We're about 50 minutes. So yeah.
Oh, all right. Look at us.
I turned the corner on the boss.
I'm listening.
Yeah. I think I love him. Yeah.
on the what? Oh, on the
it happens
boss,
for
the
everyone.
Bruce Springsteen we're talking about.
Eventually, everybody
I
finds.
think I love him. He says.
Eventually, everybody finds. Oh wait,
Yeah,
is
so-
it because he's like a anti-Trump guy?
No, with that, I wouldn't get to that
Oh,
point if
no.
that was the case. But
All
no,
right.
it was just strictly his music and his performance. So,
Okay.
Father's Day, we went over to Monique's house. We were hanging out with the father. Your father's a big music fan. We were hanging out watching golf. Then we had dinner. Then we sat down and we put on No Nukes
Yeah.
tour.
Mhm.
Have you seen this tour?
Uh huh.
So it's on
You got to be a
PBS.
fan to just sit there and want to watch a tour.
Well, it's.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying.
My favorite thing to watch is just live concerts.
I love.
Like,
Interesting.
I go home and I watch YouTube like.
I just
I don't,
I'll
that's why I'm
Austin,
saying that's-
Austin City Limits. Like most
yeah.
of my DVDs are just live shows of bands I like.
They're great to watch. Once
I'm
you
not
start
knocking
watching
it.
them.
That's
It's
how I
like-
got it to Kill Switch Engage. Somebody gave me a DVD of theirs, and I was like,
right,
"Wow!"
so you know.
I'm not knocking it. I
Yeah,
said,
no, I love
that's
it.
why I said you have to be a fan to want to just sit there
That's
and
like
watch
I
it.
was actually when I was watching that, and I'm like, that's what I watch most of the time is live concerts. So, but he put on this PBS. I guess just got this thing, so they were playing it. No Nukes, and I'm like, yeah, play it on. We've done that last. Like, I feel like that's what we do when we go to the house. So he puts on a live show, but it's
Do you think he knows it's a common ground that he could get, like with you?
maybe yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he just loves music.
Oh,
Like,
all
he
right,
puts
okay.
music on. He used to build speakers. Like the
Oh
guy, the guy
yeah,
loves
all
music.
right.
He used to
all
like
right.
sell.
He's like a
speakers.
sound
He
guy.
used to like sell speakers that he made. Yeah, man, I don't know. Like it was a collection of
Do you remember
different
what
shows from the
song?
tour.
Do you remember a song?
I don't even remember what song, but it was just from the beginning, pillar to post. I didn't stay for the whole show, but I was like, I literally downloaded the PBS app. I'm like, I gotta watch this.
Oh,
again.
that's great. That's great to hear.
But just, and everyone always said when you see him live, it's a whole. different
it's a
thing.
game
Not
changer.
seeing him videos of him performing, but something about just the time, the energy, the song, and then I'm listening to like some of the lyrics, and I've always known that I there's some good lyricism there, but something it really just struck like right.
I love
time,
to hear
right
that.
place.
That's very
I was
exciting.
like,
for
I
me.
got to go deep into the boss.
There's a lot of
I
great
can't-
stuff,
and I
and
can't wait
it's
for it.
I'm jealous of your journey because I enjoyed every minute of it.
I'm a little annoyed that I'll probably never see him live because
Why is he
you
done
never know.
performing?
he performs, but it's so expensive now. And
Oh,
it is.
I can't.
I haven't gone in years,
I can't.
but that new movie comes out with Jeremy White, and I think it comes out this summer. Do you know about this?
Yeah.
And I think it's based off of the album Nebraska.
Oh, so then that's later in life, right?
It is, but that album, it's a solo album. If like Chic would probably hate it. Is he hanging himself?
I feel like
No, I love this
I
conversation.
did like that. It's like kind of a folksy
It's very. It's no band.
down, yeah.
It's like him in a room, and there's like a hit or two on there that you might know, but it's really great.
Yeah.
It's like I listen to it in the winter. To me, it's a very dead of winter,
Yeah.
dark, cold album. Like I it's hard for me to listen to in the summer. Not a
Yeah.
summer album.
Yeah, I think when that came out, when it came out, but I have listened to that. And I did like that, but I
Yeah.
didn't get. But yeah, I'm
Is it-
excited,
this-
yeah.
the, like-
Sometimes it's just you need to be exposed to something, and then it
Yes.
just opens you up to it. I remember
I agree with that.
I was never really a Talking Heads fan. Mm-hmm. And then Monique and I were up in New Hampshire, or whatever, and I said something about this must be the place, and I should go, let's put it on. So I put that on, and she was excited about it, and I was like, this is a great song. And now, like, I just
listen,
ran through their collection. I'm like, I fucking love this band.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
So
good.
I have a few friends who we basically just exchange. It's like that we do movies, we do music, but we exchange a lot of like, yo, you got to check these guys out or check this out, and that's how I found a lot of songs and groups.
Yeah.
You know, through people opening. You know, I'm not
But
that
that's what I'm
tuned
saying,
in.
but,
You have to be
sometimes
opened up. You have
sometimes
to.
Somebody could send you something, and
And
you're
you
like,
don't listen to
you're like,
it.
like when you listen to it, I'm like, whatever. You're not in the mood. But then you can listen to that same song
A
like,
year
2
later.
2 years later,
Yeah,
and
and
for
be
some
like-
reason, the mood you're in, or the setting,
Yes.
or the how, or
I
if there's
agree
a
with that
visual element to it,
100%.
you're like, this is so good, and then it's like it was the same song, and then you hear it, listen to it later, and it's like
It works in
completely
movies too,
resonates
where
with
if
you.
you're watching, like you hear a song, you don't
movies.
love it, and then you hear it in a movie. Like I've done it where I've seen a song in a movie, and I'm like, wow, this song is amazing.
Yes.
And then I've listened to the song
Oh yeah, absolutely.
without the movie,
Yeah.
and I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that with Instagram, I get a lot of music suggestions on Instagram, like a
Mm-hmm.
lot of like sponsored stuff. And I'm like, oh, this is a good song. I go to my library, I add it. I listen to it like the next day outside of the outside of Instagram. I'm
Yeah.
like,
What
Yeah.
the fuck is this?
I was getting all excited about it. I thought I found a new song out.
I love it too when a friend of mine will send me something. I'll forget who sent it to me. I'll listen to it and I'll send it
Send it back
back.
to them, yeah.
Yo, you got to check this.
Oh,
man.
yeah,
He's like, I
I
just
can
sent you that,
see
you
you doing
fucking
that.
moron.
Absolutely.
It's funny you mention that with the finding something after hearing it, because I've been on a, Billy Strings.
Yeah.
It's like it's actually bluegrass music, but it's like, I guess
heard that name
they
before.
label it like psychedelic bluegrass.
Okay.
He's very popular. He's huge.
That's how I got into Sly and the Stone. It was a documentary.
He's fantastic. But he was doing a bunch of podcasts, and
He has been listening to you.
he doesn't listen
He just
to
couldn't
anybody.
wait to say that.
He doesn't listen. There's no listening. I've been telling him forever. Just
It
listen.
relates to what you said because it's about music, but it has nothing to do with what
No.
you were just
It
talking
had
about.
something to do with what I was saying before.
Yeah,
about
yeah.
being
There's
a-
always a inner dialogue
Yeah.
in his head that he's having.
I'm
So
interested.
anyway,
Billy Strings.
so this Billy Strings guy I knew because he did a couple. He was on Marin. He did a few of like the big podcasts.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Marin died?
The podcast.
Oh, I was like, Jesus Christ.
So and I was like, let me give this guy a try, and I'm like, it's all right. But I guess a couple months ago, I listened to like his newest album, and I just can't stop listening to it.
Yeah.
And it's like now I love it, and it's like songs, and now I'm like, I don't like to do. You go on Spotify and you can like put it on shuffle. I like to know an album.
Yeah, me
So-
too. I'm an album.
Yeah,
guy.
so like I'm like I want to know this album front and back,
Yeah.
and then I'm like now
It was
I'll
a
go back
snapshot
in.
in time.
Yep.
They made this album. They meant for all these songs to be put together.
Yeah.
I want to hear the whole piece.
The one thing I miss about CDs and like actual albums that aren't directly on iTunes. So like you got to buy a new CD and you listen to the whole fucking album. They didn't drop. They would drop a single and then the album would come
Yeah.
out.
We can do that now.
But
You can.
It's just I just feel like the song comes out or they drop it. I don't know. I just feel like digitally it's just harder
It's
to
different,
listen
maybe.
to an album front to back. I don't know. Not that I don't. So real quick, I was gonna make them picks, but the new Wu-Tang album and new Slick Rick.
Slick Rick's still going, huh?
I think he sounds. To me, he's always an acquired taste. You either
Slick
like him
the
or you
ruler.
don't like him. But I think
You
he's
don't like
still,
Slick Rick.
I don't care for him, but only like I said, just his voice. I don't like the
I
way.
love his
the way
voice.
that yeah, just,
But that's what I said. It's you either like him or hate him.
It's a total preference thing. He's a good rapper. He speaks. He has a very unique voice. And it
Very
just
much.
It never registered. with
I
me.
got it.
But like those albums, I listened to them front to back. But like I find when I had CDs, I'm putting the CD in.
Yeah,
So I'm listening to the whole. Like I'm almost forced to.
And you're holding the album, you're looking at it.
when I pick what I'm putting in, I don't put it in with one song in mind.
Right.
Now with like digital shit, you could pop from album to. It's just easier
That's
to
your
shuffle.
own
I agree with you.
attention span. That,
Well,
like,
it's just
you gotta
easier.
commit to.
Now you could
I listen to albums all the time.
See, I listen to albums now. I will get caught up in an album if I put it on, and I'm like, oh shit, let me put the album on. But like, it's just not as much as I used to.
You listen to that Wu-Tang album straight through?
Yeah. You didn't
don't
like
like
it?
I didn't like it. No.
All right,
I thought it was okay some spots, but
It's not
I
really
feel
a
like they've done
Wu-Tang
so
album.
much-
There's only a few of them on it, and Mathematics produced it.
Yeah, but he's always been in
I
the
know
group.
he's always been in the
part of
group.
the
Yeah, that's
group.
why it's still a Wu. To me, though, it was much better than the W, and it was much better than Iron Flag, which were their last two
Yeah.
albums.
I just feel like they've done more damage to their.
I don't know if I'd call it damage, but they didn't continue to make great
yeah.
music.
I think Ghostface made great stuff.
I was gonna
way
say a
longer
couple
than-
of them.
way longer than
Method
anybody
Man,
else.
when I hear him feature, he's still awesome.
There's nobody better than Method Man.
I think he might be the best feature artist ever,
Yeah.
as far as
He always
like
comes in with something.
his albums may not be the best.
By the way,
but if
that's
he's
the
on a
guy-
song, you best believe it's gonna be fucking awesome. most
Method
likely.
Man has a great voice.
Oh my God. Yeah.
They
That's
all
all it
had
is.
great voices.
Yeah,
the
but
one thing that
Method Man
surprised me,
specifically.
Inspect the Deck, he's got like a deep voice now.
he did change.
His
He's done
voice
high.
completely changed.
Really?
Almost unrecognizable.
It's almost on. If you don't know him or his
Yeah.
style, kind of how he runs, because it's still you can
I told
still
you.
tell.
I said in text. My criticism was you can't have 9 guys in your group.
I
mean,
know.
if you're including Capadonna, and there was, I think, 13 songs on the album, but there was an intro and outro. So now you're down to 10
11.
or 11 songs, and you got features on this.
I know,
You can't fill out an album with 9 guys.
That's why it's like it's almost not a Wu-Tang album, but it is.
But it is. They say
Yeah.
it says Wu-Tang. Like,
It
they
says
want to-
Wu-Tang and Mathematics, which I thought was just a weird way to present it.
Well, they do that now. Apple Music does it all the time. Just now, so if you want to search Mathematics, it's
I
just
feel like producers are finally getting their due credit.
Yeah, they are,
Into like because now a
Yeah.
lot of like even a lot of Griselda's guys, it's them featuring whoever's producing the album.
yeah.
Oh, it says a
Conductor.
producer like on
It'll-
the
Conductor is unlike everything. You know,
Yeah, like and you'll see like Alchemist is now he's not just producing albums and his name's not on the fucking CD.
Yeah.
It's Benny the Butcher featuring Alchemist.
Oh wow, okay.
So like in my opinion, that never used
That's
to
been
be the
happening.
thing.
That's been happening for a while. For a while, like the underground scene, like Ninth Wonder would be like so and so and Ninth
Ninth
Wonder.
Wonder, I like that.
Well, what's his face dropped the whole album. It was a producer an album and he just had features on it.
Yeah.
Jay Dilla did.
But it wasn't even. It was the
Premier-
schematic. Not what the fuck is his name?
Yeah,
Whatever. I forget his fucking name. The white guy.
yeah.
But he dropped it recently. He dropped an album, but it's all features. But it's his. It's
Paul
a producer
Wall?
album. No. But that being said, I do have other picks. I have a couple
Give
picks.
us some picks, quick.
Not that I'm trying to bring this back as a whole, but I watched a hidden gem that I didn't know about. I think it was from 2010, Dog Pound. It's currently on Peacock, and it's about 3 kids. It's on the cock. It's 3 people juveniles who get arrested and get sent to a juvenile facility, and it's just it's like a prison movie basically, but for juveniles. Amazing ending.
Dog
just a really gritty fucking movie. I loved it. It's on Peacock. Again, that is Dog Pound. And one thing that I think I just got a kick out of it, thought it was hysterical. Did you guys watch any of the Trainwreck stuff? The new docs on Netflix?
I did, yeah.
So there's the 2 that just came out were Mayor of Mayhem, which is about
Rob Ford.
Rob Ford, the Canadian mayor who got caught smoking crack. It's fucking, that guy's a nut job.
He's not. I didn't.
He
think
was
that-
basically Trump before Trump, but even wilder.
He was different though.
I'm not saying the exact same,
I don't
but
think it was that
attacking
great,
people who
though.
think differently. You don't think the doc isn't amazing,
You're
but it's
not-
entertaining.
He's-
It's
I love these
45
docs.
minutes long,
It's like a
and it's
elongated
crazy story
TMZ
though.
thing.
But it's a crazy story.
I love these
But
docs.
we
that-
know
that-
the story.
Yeah,
Like,
there's you
nothing
learn nothing new. You're just revisiting.
I
the
didn't
whole
know the
story.
story. I never know. I didn't know about this guy.
Well, it was like all
You
over the
knew
place
this
when
guy.
that happened.
You
Maybe
forgot.
I did
You
when it
forgot.
came out, and I
I got
forgot.
plenty to eat at home.
What?
He goes, I got plenty to eat at home.
Yeah, that comment.
oh my God.
This guy made the things that Trump says. Like that's why I said he was like Trump before Trump, but he was even worse.
He was totally.
He
classless.
completely
He was
uncensored.
just like-
yeah,
out of his
Trump
mind.
at least fakes the classiness and
Yeah.
whatever. Like he's an asshole bully, but
I saw
This
I
guy-
saw the most likable clip of Trump I've ever seen. He talks about not drinking. He's like, I never drink in my life. I never drink. Some people
Because
say
of his
it's-
brother.
Some people say it's the only good thing about me. He goes, could you imagine if I did drink? He goes, that'd be the worst in the world. I was like,
Self-aware.
yeah, like you already are, but yeah, you'd be even worse.
the other train wreck thing was Astro World tragedy.
Okay, I didn't watch that.
That was fucking. I remember hearing about it. I didn't know the full story. Dude, this dude, Travis Scott, I didn't realize he puts on shows like he does, like mosh pits. Like, I didn't realize it was, I just figured he was a rapper, did like a rapper show. People bobbing heads, but nothing crazy. But he's got an actual fucking mosh pit when he does his shows. It's crazy. But he has, so the one Live Nation, I think, was the one who held it. They're the big concert promoters. Yeah. They should be done putting on shows after that one incident. I'm not really one to cancel people, like cancel culture, but this was such
they suck for just.
Well, I was going to say, I've heard numerous other things about them sucking, but this to me was just complete.
The monopoly they have on the
It's just completely unnecessary what happened. So one, it's a 30,000. After they were done making the venue, they could only fit 30,000 at the main area.
Jesus.
They sold 50,000 tickets.
Wow.
So right off the bat, you have 20,000 extra people. Almost double the amount of people that can be in an area. And sometimes you always push the limits on capacity. 20,000 is it's just.
That's insane.
Sometimes you almost.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking bars. Whenever you
almost.
see a number at bars, you could be like, there's a lot more in this fucking place than that.
Yeah, they sometimes
A lot of
almost let
places
us
push the
more in.
capacity.
Yeah.
This place just doubled it. Now the show goes on, and it's only a portion of the crowd that's really getting trampled, and they can't breathe. They're getting crushed. People are falling. The rest of the show is now well into this. He's performing, have no idea what's going on. So it's not like there was there was only panic in the areas where it was going on. Now you had kids trying to tell the guys shooting the video, we got to stop the show.
Astro World right
is this
now.
a recommendation for the documentary?
Yeah.
Or are you just going to tell us the documentary?
Oh, all right. It's because the story to me was just so crazy.
Jesus Christ.
10 people wind up dying.
He either gives you 3 words or way too many.
Yeah.
So watch the train wrecks. I thought they were all
You're a
interesting.
train
That's what it's called, the train wreck?
Well, train wreck is like the
It's like the sports ones they do.
exactly.
And they got another one coming out called Poop Cruise about
about the cruise that apparently I think all the electricity went out.
Yeah.
And it became they couldn't flush anything. It was a
Really?
disaster.
That I'm interested in watching. That sounds like a nightmare.
That sounds like an absolute
There's a
nightmare.
documentary coming out about the one-handed pitcher for the Yankees.
Is
Abbott.
it Jim Abbott?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna
I'd
be.
be
I
interested
can't
in
wait
that.
to watch that.
Yeah.
By the way, did you watch Manhunt, Osama bin Laden?
Awesome.
10 out of 10.
I didn't see that either.
Oh, dude, watch
The
it.
last episode is phenomenal with the guy telling the story.
Unreal.
It's unreal. It really is.
And that was a thing where we knew most of that. I knew most of
And if you watch Zero Dark 30, it's pretty much
It's
the
Zero
fucking
Dark
movie,
30.
but it's just awesome.
fantastic. It's hard, that's not something I want to go and revisit, but I was like, all right, let me watch this. I heard some good things.
I thought it was almost too late to revisit it. It's been so
Maybe,
long,
but it was
awesome.
It was so well done. It was. I highly recommend that if you haven't seen it. All 3 episodes
Okay.
were just
Good
fantastic, guys.
But I had one last one.
Oh God.
I know because I haven't done them in a long time, and I had
know.
a bunch of shit that I
Maybe-
wanted
all right.
people. I think that people need to get
Pat really lit a
down.
fire under his ass, huh?
Yeah, he did.
What?
So Pat really lit a fire under your
I know,
ass.
but I just lost myself now. Oh, fuck me.
Okay.
Trainwreck.
Yeah.
Oh, The Mortician.
Okay, I heard about this.
This is a docu-series
HBO.
on HBO about a
docu-series?
crematory place.
So many
I
documents.
know. It's just about a crematory place that just was beyond unethical, what they were doing.
Yeah.
Do you want me to get into the details?
Can you do it quick?
Yeah. So technically, you're only supposed to cremate one person at a time. So you take all their ashes out
Yeah, I
and
think
whatever.
so, yeah.
They were basically putting, 200 bodies in they said 1 to 200 bodies in at a time.
How was the thing big enough?
Yeah, I thought they were
He had,
small.
I don't know, but he had 2 crematoriums, and that's what I said, how they fit it. But they were breaking bones to make it was like a Jenga set. I'm not a Jenga, like Tetris.
Just to save power?
Just
save
no,
energy?
because they were trying to get money. It's just greed. So they basically
Yeah, no, but
the more people you could put in, the more money you're making. So now people are going to go, they could do this. Most crematoriums could only, they said, I forget what the exact numbers were, could only do X amount of bodies. They were doing fucking quadruple the amount of bodies that everybody else was doing.
sounds like one of quadruple.
And people who were in the business were like, how the fuck are they doing this?
Yeah.
And yeah, they were breaking bones. They were taking people's teeth and chopping
so
out
the
the
Mortician.
gold.
Yeah.
This is The Mortician. It was just
Where's that on?
HBO.
Let me ask you something. You chop gold out of a tooth. Where do you go with that?
You
Where
take
are you
so
going
what
with
they take all the gold
What do you do with the
that?
gold?
Gold? in your tooth?
because it's not
What are you
illegal what they're
doing?
doing.
I understand it's not illegal.
So you
but
just you collect it, you probably melt it together and sell it.
So there are people that got their loved ones' remains.
Basically was
And
not.
they're
They're
just-
just not. Just has no idea who it is. It's
Yeah.
probably 10 different people in there.
He's got all
I
this.
wouldn't really care. It's all sentimental anyway.
Well,
Yeah, it's like,
I get it.
just tell
Some
me it's
people,
somebody-
Yeah, yeah.
but these people were
Just
finding
don't
out
put me in
years
there with
later.
him. That's all. I.
But like, it is weird. So they showed it like a baby's an envelope, a child is, and they would have the
wow.
So they knew how much ashes to put in each thing to give these people to like the correct weights.
So I
Oh,
used
boy.
to. There used to be a guy that's popular in my area. There's the funeral director.
Okay.
Yeah.
I went to school with. I'm
Same
trying to,
thing
like,
with my art director's a Farmingdale grad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like in the was the undertaker for the local funeral home.
Uh-oh.
And I was always like, I never liked this guy really, because I would hear him at the bar the way he would talk, and he'd be talking about his bodies. He was showing pictures of like the bodies. I'm like, that's
Especially if it's
that's
people
literally-
within your
It's
illegal.
illegal, and like he's showing people.
That's
and like
crazy.
I always told him, like, do not let me on that guy's table. Like I don't want to be anywhere near that funeral home. So I was like
Oh,
always
no.
worried that I was going to end up.
That you were going to be dead.
I was going to be dead,
Oh,
and
that's
he was
what
going to
you-
be up being my undertaker. I'm like, I want this guy taking pictures of
Look
me.
at this guy.
You know,
Look at this guy's fucking, whatever.
Big hammer. he
Big,
got
look
there.
at this
I
guy's
lucked
cock.
I lucked out. He died.
Oh,
Now I don't got to worry about it.
good.
Good. Hopefully
no,
you
I
didn't
don't know.
pass the condition on to
good.
anybody.
No, so I mean, it's terrible. The guy's younger than me. Like he's.
What
No, I
happened?
don't.
Do we know?
I think probably drugs or
One of those.
drinking and drugs. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Trouble-
the
trouble-
stories
Drinking and
coming-
drugging.
Guy,
Like,
yeah.
it's a little too long. It's like 3 episodes, but they're only like 45-minute episodes. Not too long.
Right. I started watching
crazy,
one
though.
night a couple weeks ago, and I turned it on, and I was like, nah, not tonight. But I do want to go revisit it.
It's just like it's just crazy.
You that?
Yeah.
You hear it again? They go.
What are they?
That's a dog. That's a
No, I
morning
know
dog.
that.
It's a
That's a
Labradoodle.
morning dog.
That's a lamb.
Oh. It's a dove.
Hear that?
Yeah.
That's a morning dove.
Are they out at night?
Yeah, it just to me it reminds me of childhood, like being out at night, playing like after school, playing
Yeah.
in the street.
I heard that one.
Okay.
That was a high whistle.
Yeah.
What's that?
I don't know.
Wow. That one seemed like it was in trouble.
All
Yeah,
right.
he's puzzled. He's like, where do I go?
So yeah, those were my picks. I
wrap
did do
this up
something
so I can
different
make
this
sure that
we've
these,
I have so much shit. Not so much.
Yeah,
but
we're over an hour.
We've
people
been
could
done.
listen. We don't ever go this long. So
I'm worried that all this isn't being captured at all. But go ahead.
just quick story. I have a new thing that I'm doing for work now. So I work events. I work the Long Island Ducks game. I'm that annoying person. Like when you're
Yeah,
walking
come sign
in,
this thing.
come sign this for like
Oh
we
my
were giving out a free
Yeah.
raffle
That's
to win
good for you,
1,000 gallons.
Yeah, no, it's
but
good for him.
Even my bosses came in because me and the guy I was doing it with, he's like, "You guys did great," because we fucking talking to no one passed that we didn't talk to.
That's great.
I guess they were nervous that we were going to be like quiet, not really approaching people. I was like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no, you're a guy.
I ran
that's
into a couple people I knew. It was great.
Yeah, that's the perfect position for you.
Oh, it was great. I mean,
feel
I
like
still do my normal job, but it's like,
I feel
occasionally.
like you're a
you get to
man
go-
on the street kind of
I
guy.
would love to be on the street.
You get out of the office, go to a Ducks game every once
I
in a
always
while.
said, like, all these people doing the street interviews, that's what I should have been
Well, you
doing.
could.
I wanted to do that thing in Farmingdale.
I
interview
still would
people
love to
about
do
what,
it.
what their sports team are and where they're supposed to align.
Yo, if you ever want to do street interviews, I'm down.
Okay,
I said
let's
I
do
would.
it.
Figure out the Mets, Jets.
But we actually have to do it. But we'll
Yeah,
do
I
it. I'm down. But I realize
I'm ready.
I don't care about talking
I'll
to people.
do
I'll
it
talk to
tonight.
anybody.
I'm ready. I'm always ready.
I will say the biggest thing that annoying about it is the people who just blatantly, like, I don't mind being, I'd rather you tell me to go fuck myself than act like I didn't say anything to you.
That's me. I'm not,
yeah, I do that too.
What?
I don't even look at you.
It's just like,
Hey,
you know
Jimmy,
I'm
I'm like-
talking to you. Tell me to fuck off.
Because you're not talking to me. You're doing a job.
But
You're
I'm
talking
still
to
at-
everybody.
but
You're not
I'm a-
talking to me directly.
Yeah,
You're talking to the
I'm
crowd.
approaching you directly.
Yeah.
Don't
but-
act like I'm not
But
talking
no,
to you.
you're approaching whoever.
You just look like you're socially inept to have like.
I'll do either that or I'll do it real quick. Like, no, thank you.
That's
Like,
fine,
I'm
and
just
that's
like, I'm
fine.
good.
An
The
acknowledgement
I'm
that
good,
you
usually.
know I'm talking.
You need
Like,
acknowledgement.
but it's like I know you hear me. Yo, I say this about people at work. You go into you walk into the bathroom and you pass people, and you're like, oh hey, if I pass you and I'm in my job, I'm going to say good morning. It's just polite. We're making eye
I
contact.
see you walking and doing a, how we doing this morning? You're one of
But
those
that
guys.
either way, yeah. How you
Yeah.
doing? What's going on?
Yeah.
How you doing?
I don't
I
pass
hate.
people.
I honestly, it's to the point now where I'm getting close to when somebody just walks right past me to be like, "Did you not fucking hear me?" Now, like, fuck your morning. I hope you have a horrible day.
If you're at a job at work and you pass an employee and don't say anything, that's weird.
That's what I'm talking about.
But if you're at a Ducks game and you're wearing a shirt and you're
I'm
going
not
to every
mad
person,
at those people. I think they're socially awkward, but I
no,
think yeah.
it's like you're not.
If you're
talking
not
to
capable
me
of
directly.
saying
no,
if you're
talking
that
to everybody.
flustered, if you get that flustered by
not
somebody
flustered.
asking you a question, or you're just so important that you don't have the time to
You're
say
not
no,
important,
thank
you're
you.
not flustered.
Yeah, that's what
You
you
just
are.
know that-
That's how you seem. Because every other normal human being says
No.
thank you.
You're
know how many
taking it
times I
all
heard the
wrong.
joke? I have gas in more than one ways. I heard that joke 30 times on Sunday.
Oh God. Well,
I'd rather that cornball than the asshole who's just too cool to acknowledge
it's not
me.
too cool.
Yes, it is. It
It's-
means you're too cool.
It's this guy is not talking to me directly. He's talking to anybody who's
You're
in my
right.
place.
You're right.
And I don't respect that. I don't respect.
I have a job.
Right, and I have a job too. I got to go watch the ball game. All right.
Stop it.
I'm not dealing with this idiot. That's
Then
how
tell
I
me,
feel.
hey, this person, people, I'm in a rush. Okay.
I'm in a rush. I gotta
didn't
get a
have-
hot dog.
Once you say no, they don't continue to hound you. That's an annoying salesman who doesn't know how to sell.
Right. I don't think I've ever. Maybe I've ignored a few times. I'm sure I have. But most of the time, it's I'm good. I'm good.
That's-
one of
I
those.
want. He said he'd rather somebody tell him to go fuck himself. I want to find out where he's going to be and pay somebody to go there.
To go
and just,
tell him to go
and
fuck
walk
himself.
by him and say,
I would
hey,
laugh.
go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Hey,
I
go
would
fuck
laugh. I
yourself.
get told to go fuck myself on the phone. You know how many
Hey,
times I
take
get
the
yelled at?
gas and go fuck
When I'm
yourself.
in working, now if I'm at like my, hanging with the boys, somebody says something, yeah, I have a big mouth, I'm going back at you. Once I'm on the clock, you can say whatever you want to me, I'm
Right.
good.
Once you get on the clock.
But
All
yeah,
right.
that's everything I had. I had to get it all
That
out. 'Cause
is
I'll
everything.
forget and I'll never say it again.
Okay.
I know.
that's good.
Because I felt like he texted us today. He's like, "Do you guys have anything?"
Yeah.
Which made me.
Like it was show
It was
prep.
like he was implying that he had nothing. So we better come with something.
Yeah.
No, I was
Now
curious.
you can't shut him up.
Yeah, that's why I took it. That's how deep I took it. I'm like, oh, he's doing like, we want to do like show prep before we get there. Like, oh, what are we going to talk
Yeah.
about? I'm like, because he wants it to go well at his house, so we always come back here.
That's a
He wants a
great
He
point.
wants a great episode tonight.
That's a
'cause
great
then he
point.
feels like we'll always come back here. Because, like,
Yeah.
It's a
I feel like- I
vibe.
feel like we have a good show.
You got a good
Chick-
vibe
By
at
the way,
my
he
house.
is very lively today. And it's because he didn't have to leave his house.
Yeah. This is Chick at his best.
His
If
Apple-
we want the best side Chick, we got to come right here.
Come right to
If you were to
me.
watch his Apple Watch, like his steps, it's all right here. It's
Yeah,
just a big.
if you actually saw the geography of where I was going,
It goes to work, comes back, and it's a big blob right in front of this fireplace.
up and down my stairs.
Back and forth to the garbage, throw the ciggies.
Oh God! All right.
All right.
Are we good? Do you have anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right.
I can't believe we captured all that from him. We'll see you guys
Made it
next
this
week.
far.
We
Okay.
made it this far.
Bye.